Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are, I hope you are having an exhilarating day, evening, or night, wherever you are located. As you can clearly see, I'm in one of the world's greatest 3D application, Blender. My topic for the day is to go over the scale node. On this channel, I'm going to try to the best of my abilities, to go over each Blender node in detail. You all know why too. I haven't seen no channel on YouTube that say, hey, this is how you use each node individually. There's a ton of channels. When a person uses a node, they just flash a bunch of nodes on the screen. And you know, dear people, using them nodes in Blender, or any 3D application for that matter, that takes time. That takes time and effort. But the good thing about the nodes, it doesn't impact whether you can model or not. It's just a little icing on the cake to add a little kick to your rendered video or image. That's all the nodes do. Add a little kick to whatever you've made. So let's start. For this demonstration, I'm going to stay with Harold the Cube. But I think I want to give Harold a color to make it look more indistinguishable. I give Harold a color, a report color of a reddish color. Now, this is what I like about Blender, the new version 2.80 and beyond. In the old days of Blender, you had to go hunting. You had to go right up here to this menu right here and choose what you want. You had to use that menu or a shortcut key or whatever. But this age, Blender makes it very convenient. We just go up to this top where my mouse at, click on the compositor, and zap. We're in the compositor. That's beautiful. So thank you, Blender 2.80 developers, for trying to make it as simple as possible. Now we're in the compositor. You have to click on Use Nodes. Let me zoom in. This is the given. The render layer, which was only one render layer, was just the Harold the Cube was on there. But let me see. I like this. If I choose my render layer, it's not doing nothing. So if you want to see your picture, you must always do this. I will click on render image. Now we have Harold the Cube. Oh, I know why he's not red either, because that was only in my report. So let me go back to layout. Let me go back over to my settings, surface, base color. Click on a little dropper. Yeah. Now my base color, I want to make it a little bit lighter. Alright, let's go back to the compositor now. Relayer. It's still showing the old image, so we have to go back up here again. Render animation. And there. Relayer. Okay, it's changed. So good. Nice and dandy. Alright. Whenever you use the Blender compositor, whether you're doing shaders or the compositor, we always like to see what we're doing. Now, I can see it right here in my render layer, but it's so tiny. Don't you want your thing a little bit larger? So, let's go up here to add, or you can hit Shift A, output, viewer node. And there. And that's what I like about Blender 2.80 and beyond. It gives you a little box to know we're in that viewer node. Now, I don't like connecting my noodles from here to there. I don't like that. It looks untidy. So let me give it that. I like to use the reroute node. Add, layout, reroute. I'll put it right here. Now, see, that looks more better. I like the reroute node because it's saying my information is coming from render layer, and from render layer I'm giving it to the composite, the final output, and I'm giving it to my report layer. Now our viewer layer is large, so you want to hit the V key several times. If you want to make it large again, you hit Alt V. See, I want to make it small, so I hit V. But you may have noticed, you wondering, where are those handles? The handles are gone. I had to click back on my viewer layer box, and you see my handles gone. And now I really don't have to hit V anymore. See, that's one thing about Blender 2.80. You might have to hit V once or twice, but now I can adjust it, and I can move it around any way I want to. Good. Okay, so I said I wanted to get right into the meat of it. Add. You gotta go to distort, because that's where the scale node at. Scale. Right, and I put my I had to check something. I'm gonna go back to add, distort, scale. Alright, I got my scale node. The thing I love, I just can drop it right in the middle and it connects. Alright, so let's adjust it. I'm gonna make my X. I wonder why I don't have a V here. Okay, good. So it's in 2 dimensions. So that's my Y. Here's my X. Alright, I'm gonna make it right. I'm gonna make it flat like, cause that's if I make it very thin looking, you know it's changed. And the thing about it, when it's changed too, the thing I don't like, you see that rear window, it adjusts to it. Alright, and this is what I like about the compositor. You see I clearly made it small, but if you go back to your layout, Harold the cube has not changed. So the good thing about the compositor, it does not hamper, it does not interfere with your original mesh. Like I said, it just add a little pizzazz to it. My pizzazz, I made it small. Now, I did it in my view layer, but let me go back and check with my render layer. Render image. Oh, see, it didn't affect it. And here's the reason why it did not affect it. Because I have the scale only going to my viewer node right here. I don't have the scale going to the compositor. So I'm gonna do it. I ain't gonna make a little shortcuts. I'm just gonna say add, distort, and scale. Bring it up here. Put it on there. But of course now I can't see it because I'm having to go to the compositor. So if I make any effects on it, you see I don't see nothing. Even this even the rendered layer image not changing much. See, because I didn't re-render it again. But I'm gonna give my scale that's going to the compositor the same values I have in the viewer. That's where it comes into effect. You can make the changes in the viewer, go up to the compositor, give it to that, a copy from here. You give these same values to the compositor, and it should take effect. So let's see. I gave it the same value as my scale point to my viewer. Let's go back to render image, and we see it's adjusted. So that's it, my good people, of how to use the scale node. If you found this enlightening and helpful, give me a thumbs up. If you got any comment about the scale node, because it's pretty straightforward, but remember, if you're looking at it in the viewer node, you have to make a duplicate in the for the composite. I'm gonna try something before I go. I'm gonna try something. I can do this right here. That should work too. So I didn't have to add a duplicate. Let me see if it worked. Render. Okay, it worked. So I said I like to have that I love the reroute node. Layout, reroute. There. I can unplug it from here. I just take this off of here. Let it go. Add it here and there. So that's beautiful. See, I'm gaining more. See, like I said, I'm not a guru with the nodes, but like you, and I keep planning for it. In a couple months, you and I will be a node expert if I keep making these videos. So if you like to, give me a thumbs up. If you have a comment, leave a comment. If you would like to subscribe, please subscribe. To the next time, dear listener, peace.